Samaritan is a movie with a great premise that sets up potentially amazing character work, but ultimately fails to follow through on this setup in its execution. I was initially intrigued when I heard about Samaritan, described as a fresh, dark take on the superhero genre, with Sylvester Stallone in the lead. And the first act of the movie did show quite a bit of promise. The opening credits montage was great. The animation is powerful, and it presents really interesting backstories about two brothers who chose very different paths. While this sets up the central theme about the choice between good and evil, it also presents an opportunity to learn about how this relationship and its outcome affected the main characters. The problem is that the movie fails to do so in any meaningful way. We spend a good portion of the film learning about Joe Smith, who our main character Sam believes is the hero Samaritan, who supposedly died years ago in a battle with his brother Nemesis. Even without the twist at the end of the movie, this presents so many interesting questions. What motivated him to be a hero, even though his brother's choice to become a villain seems like a more logical conclusion after the tragedy they both faced? How did having to kill his own brother affect him? What more is there to the story that he's not letting us in on? And how does he now view the problems facing the city as an ex-superhero? Now, that's not to say that the movie doesn't touch on these ideas at all, but it doesn't develop them nearly as much as it could have. The backstory at the beginning is really all we ever get in terms of Joe's origin, and he himself never brings it up at all, nor do we get to see how having to fight your own brother would affect you. The movie hints that there's more to the story, and it's pretty obvious what it is. Even so, it's still a lot to work with, but the movie waits until the very end to give us that reveal, and there's no time to do anything meaningful with it. And while we get some tidbits about Joe's view on the city's problems and whether a hero really makes things better, they have to limit how much we get from him in order to save the big reveal until the end. And when that reveal comes, all of its potential is wasted. Sam being horrified to learn that his friend and idol was actually a villain who murdered the real hero? Nope. Cyrus realizing the guy he modeled himself after is actually a washed up old man who never really believed in the cause the way he does? Nope. Genuine insight into the mind and history of Nemesis that led him to killing his brother and becoming what he is now? Nope. Now, I do think Samaritan is still a pretty good movie. It has heartfelt performances, incredibly interesting ideas, and fairly well choreographed action, but it's also full of so many missed opportunities and wasted potential, which also leads to countless scenes where the characters feel flat or they don't react the way any normal person would in a given situation. As a result, the powerful ending the movie goes for falls flat because it doesn't feel earned. It feels rushed and thematically conflicted given all the information we've had no time to take in. Whenever a movie has a really good idea, it hurts to see its potential squandered. So while I was fairly entertained for a couple hours, and I am glad I saw it, in the end, Samaritan simply fails to follow through on its really good setup. But now I want to hear from you guys. Have you had a chance to see Samaritan on Amazon Prime yet? If so, what did you think about it? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. Well, time to bring this one to a close. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.